Okay, we're live on Restream and talking about we're talking about the 10 statewide amendments for the state of Alabama. Let's go ahead and remove that. Let's go ahead and bring down our recording studio. We want to record this as well for all of you that are listening, wherever you are today. This is about getting the vote out. For those of you that are interested in getting the vote out, House Internet Radio. Good evening. How you doing? I don't know who that is. Okay. Let's see. Can I get Dr. McCorvey? I'm gonna get you interested in it. I'm reaching out to him now. I don't know where's he going. Let's go ahead and load that.
Please leave your message for
Michael McCorvey, this is Freddie Howard.
Sorry, mailbox is full. To send an SMS notification, press 5.
So much for that. Hell with that. Okay, he's not interested. Okay, we're going to change that. Okay, good evening and welcome to House Internet Radio. We are doing a program today, Got the Vote, live on Restream. And we hope that you will join us today. We're going to be talking about getting out the vote and all the things that you need to do to make sure that you are up to date on place. Let's go back. We're recording now live and sharing this to Facebook as well as Ustream. Amendment 1, denying bail to defendants charged with violent crime. This is amendment number 1. This is on the November the 8th ballot here in Alabama. Known as the Anaya Law, Amendment 1 would allow judges to deny bail to individuals charged with any of the following 13 first-degree violent crimes: capital murder, kidnapping, rape, sexual torture, sodomy, domestic violence, human trafficking, burglary, robbery, arson, terrorism, and aggravated child abuse. The amendment actually expands upon a constitutional vision that allows judges to deny bail for defendants charged with capital offenses such as murder. The amendment would make clear that all of the violent crimes listed would fall under that jurisdiction. The law is named after Homewood active Anaya Blanchard, a 19-year-old student at Southern Union State Community College who was abducted in Auburn in the late 2019 and later killed. The man accused of her murder was out on bail, awaiting his trial for a previous kidnapping case. Revocation of bail would not be automatically. Before a decision could be made, the judge would have hold a hearing allowing both prosecutors and defense attorneys to present evidence in the case. It is recommended by many in the state of Alabama that you vote yes on all of these 10 amendments. All right, let's go to amendment number 2. Amendment number 2, allow government entities to grant money for expansion of broadband. That is definitely a yes there. Amendment 2 is a part of a state effort to expand broadband. Lawmakers proposed it earlier this year to allow a local government to give federal money to any public or private entity for the purpose of providing or expanding broadband infrastructure. It is needed because current constitutional language prohibits local governments from granting public money or a thing of value in aid or to any individual, association, or corporation. If passed, this amendment would allow local governments to award broadband grants to providers, much like the state is currently doing. All right. That is definitely a yes. That is definitely a yes for that particular amendment. All right. Just trying to get some papers that fall in here. Let's go to amendment number 3. These amendments are all on the ballot for November the 8th here in Alabama. Purification or commutation. Amendment 3 would require the governor to provide notice to the attorney general and the victim's family prior to granting a reprieve or commutation to a person sentenced to death. It also voiced the reprieve to communicate if the governor does not provide notice. All right. Excuse me. The current Constitution gives the governor of Alabama the power to commute a death sentence to life imprisonment or issue a reprieve from an execution. The amendment would not otherwise limit or restrict the governor's ability to grant reprieve or commutation. The amendment would place a restriction on a power that Alabama governors rarely use, according to the Montgomery Advertiser. Bob James is the only Alabama governor to have commuted a death sentence since the state resumed carrying out executions in 1983. The amendment would place restrictions on a power that Alabama governor rarely uses, according to the Montgomery Advertiser. It is recommended by many in this state that you vote yes on that amendment. Amendment number 4. Election law time limits. Amendment 4 would require any law enacted by the Alabama legislature that related to the conduct of a general election to be passed at least 6 months prior to the election. I can say for sure that is absolutely a yes. 6 months is plenty of time for anybody to find out about the elections and all the information concerning that election. 6 months is plenty enough time. I recommend yes on that personally myself. The measure would require election-related laws to be take effect by the first week of May each year. Such a limit would essentially give state lawmakers 1 month less to pass election-related legislation in presidential years. That's because in presidential election year, the legislature convenes in February and often doesn't wrap up the session until mid or late May. During state election years, session begins in January and meets until mid-late April. I recommend voting yes on Amendment 4. Amendment number 5, orphan businesses. If approved, Amendment 5 would delegate language in the Constitution about county probate judges and oversight of orphanage business. Senator Will Bradford, Republican from Pike Road, sponsored this measure. He told the Montgomery Advertiser that the Alabama's Law Institute, which makes and revised and clarify out-of-date laws, Rain said it was basically the deletion of an language. The amendment doesn't change any laws related to minors. Whether or not the law passes, probate courts would continue to handle adoptions and guardianships matters in the state, while juvenile courts would still oversee legal matters related to minors. Amendment 5, for my personal opinion, I would recommend yes on this as well. In many other states, people are also saying yes. Let's go to Amendment 6. Pay as you go for municipal projects. Amendment 6 would allow the cities to use ad valorem taxes to fund capital projects and repay bonds. An earlier amendment to the Alabama Constitution allows both about 40 municipalities in the state, including Birmingham, to only use ad valorem tax revenue to pay off debts for capital improvement projects. Amendment 6 would dissolve that old restriction and allow the cities to pay as you go for the projects with the tax money, possibly avoiding having to go into debt. As the law is now, many cities have to take a loan even when they have the money available through that tax revenue to pay off projects costs as they occur. And I suggest that we go yes on that, and many others have recommended that it be a yes to Amendment 6. We went through 6 amendments, and so far, all the recommendations that I have received and that I know of in my understanding of the 6 amendments, yes is the proper answer. Because Alabama has been in a very archaic and old state of doing business. A lot of the laws that are on the books are old and antiquated and out of date. Let's go to amendment number 7, county level economic development. Amendment 7 would clear up laws concerning how counties conduct economic development initiatives, allowing them to save money and time in those efforts. State rules are often overly restricted or just plain confusing when it comes to how local government pursue businesses development in their jurisdiction. For instance, as with the Amendment 2, the state constitution says municipalities can't give individuals or entities a thing of value. In the case of Amendment 6, the state has even lorded over how cities can pay the capital improvement projects. We just got through talking about that one. So it is with the economic development. For decades, counties that wanted to pursue local economic development efforts had to have individual amendments put into the Constitution. Amendment 759 added several counties at once, including Jefferson, Mobile, Baldwin. Not along that came Amendment 772, which extended those powers to every county. But the counties included under the pre-772 amendments had to first get approval from a judge before they could borrow money for public-private partnerships. That often added significant costs and required additional time, which sometimes caused those businesses being pursued to go elsewhere. Amendment 7 would get rid of that need for loan approval. It would also declare any projects initiated under the terms of Amendment 772 valid, whether they were counties covered by 759 or their own individual constitutional amendment. Like I said before, Alabama operates under a lot of old, antiquated laws that are still on the books that need to be replaced. And I personally and others in the state of Alabama also recommend a yes on Amendment 7 that will move Alabama from out of the 1800s into 2022, from my opinion. Okay, Amendment 8 and 9, local sewers oversights and rates. Both Amendments 8 and 9 would bring select private sewer systems into Shelby, Tuscaloosa, and Jefferson counties under oversight of the Public Service Commission for a prescribed amount of time. Some customers have long complained that their private sewer operations change excessive fees for their services. All right. Amendment 8 applies to Shelby County. WBMTV reports that residents who use Southwest Water said that rates had more than tripled in a relative short period of time. Southwest Water argued it was following an agreed upon rate structure and that it had reached out to the Shelby County Commissioner to address the issue. In the case of Amendment 9, residents at Lakeview, which straddles the line between Tuscaloosa and Jefferson counties, have battled with Tannemeal Sewer, a private sewer company, in 2021. The company was ordered to pay 3 households in the community $4.7 million. These families testified the company had billed them excessive fees rather. Amendment 8, if it passed, would bring Southwest Water under the regulation of the Alabama Public Service Commission for an undeclared amount of time. And would put the private systems under regulation of the Public Service Commission from 2023 to 2027. That's where they should be, under the Public Service Commission. All electrical, sewer, all that kind of stuff need to be under the Public Service Commission. All right. My opinion and others in this state is that is 8 and 9 is also a yes. The final amendment is Amendment 10, all together now. In the new recompiled Constitution is ratified, Amendment 10 would allow the other 9 amendments as well as local amendments on the year's ballot to be placed in the new Constitution. All right, get this. The Constitution of Alabama is of 1901. Old, antiquated, racist language, out of date. It's just helping bringing Alabama from out of the old dark ages of time of the 18 and 1900s and 2022. Amendment 10 also says that any case, law, and court decision settled in the 1909 Constitution carried forward to the 2022 version. In other words, it would be updated and with the proper language. See the 22 proposed statewide amendment on the Alabama Secretary of State website. You can go to the 22 proposed statewide amendments on the Alabama Secretary of State website. You can also see the Public Affairs Research Council of Alabama analysis of the amendment. My recommendation is that you vote yes on all 10 amendments. You vote yes on all 10 amendments. Again, vote yes on all the 10 amendments. All right. Okay. Let's go back to the studio for a minute. All right. Okay. We are talking about get out the vote, sharing information about getting out the vote. All right. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. We're going to share this right here for you, so that if you want to join us here today, you can. We're live getting out to vote. All right. Here are the statewide 10 minutes on the ballot. And from my opinion, I am copying and pasting this. Let's put this down here. Vote yes on all 10. All 10 statewide amendments. Let's tag some people. Howard. Thunder. Victoria. Ada. Sharonda. All right, I just shared just a little bit of it. Let's go ahead and post it. For those that are interested, share it some to my family members and some other people that are interested in it, in voting. Again, those that are listening and that we will post it on our website as well, so that you can follow that information. Okay. Get out the vote. All right. Okay. We're live to get out the vote. Vote yes on all 10. Here are the 10 statewide amendments voters will see on the ballot for November the 8th. They are all there for you to see and read. You can read all of them if you like, but it is recommended that you vote yes, that you vote yes on all of those amendments. All right, let's go ahead and paste that in there as well. Let's edit that and post that in there. Edit the post, and we're going to add the link if you want to go to and read those amendments. But it is recommended that you vote yes. All right, I'm just saying, please. Please vote yes. Please vote yes on all 10 statewide amendments. Let's copy that. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and save that. One of the reasons that we're saying vote yes on all of those amendments is because, number one, Alabama, even though it is 2022, Alabama has a lot of old, antiquated laws that are outdated and on the books. All right. This season, we're getting any messages. That was somebody. All right. Okay. Let's see, is there any more messages whatsoever? Maybe I gotta. It's Michael.
Hey, Freddie, are you on?
I've been on now for Almost an hour.
Okay, go ahead and chime in. Can you chime in from there?
Wait, let me go back. Let's go back to. Well, you say something again.
Hey, hello.
You already on. You on there with me now?
I'm already on. Awesome. Well, I don't need introductions. I'm already on the air. Michael McCorby coming to you live from Washington, D.C. this evening. Talking about voter rights, voter registration. People need to get out to vote from the National Association of Black Defenders. We're here supporting you, America, getting out to vote. Your choice for a candidate on this midterm election is very important. It is so very important to us.
All right. One of the things that we've been talking about is that in Alabama, there are 10 amendments on the ballot for Alabama. 10 amendments. I just went through all 10 of the amendments, and it is recommended by many in the state of Alabama, media, as well as political people on both sides of the aisle, that we vote yes on all 10 amendments. And the reason is that Alabama has a lot of antiquated old laws with racial languages in them and all kinds of stuff in them that need to be brought up to date. There's antiquated sewer laws on the book. There's antiquated laws which prevent infrastructure such as internet and Wi-Fi and all that stuff from being brought up to date in cities doing that. You need to vote yes on all 10 of the amendments. And I went through all 10 of them. Okay, I'm going to go back to the page that has. Hold on just a second. That's if it changes for me. All right, I'm going to go to my Monroe County Democratic 2022 Get Out to Vote. And we have a post says election day is the last day you can vote. Do not forget to vote. That's important there. We also have an ad here for Thomas E. Jackson of District 68. I am recommending that you vote for him as well. Also, the amendments are on that page. All right, now here is some very important information that you need to know if you want to be up to date on what is taking place in this state. All right, I am going to a website, whereas I'm hoping that it's the one that brings up every one of the states union. If not, I'll go back and I'll try it again. All right, let's go. Also, on the voter guide, welcome to vote 4-1 voter guide. Choose one of the following options to continue. Now, you can enter your address. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to enter my address. All right. 231 6th Avenue, Beatrice, Alabama, USA. It's going to show my races. All right. I have just entered my address for Freddie C. Howard, located at 231 6th Avenue in Beatrice, Alabama. And it shows for the state of Alabama. Michael, are you still there? Michael. Hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. All right. For Alabama, there on the ballot for the state of Alabama, there is 25 items on the ballot for the state of Alabama. They are statewide. This is statewide. 25 items on the ballot. That includes 10 amendments. That means there are 15 items that you choose to vote yes or no on for candidates. All right. Alabama auditor. I'm not going to tell you how to vote on who for the auditor, but I can tell you who is running for auditor. Lehigh Latching, she's a libertarian, Andrew Sora, Republican, is running. All right, let's go back. We're going to go through each one of them. There's somebody calling in now. Who is that? That's Washington, D.C. Let's see, who is that? Go ahead. Hello?
Hi, I'm calling in from DC, and I just
All right.
would like to thank you.
All right. Okay. Hold on just a second.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. All right.
Thank you.
Hey, Michael, are you still on?
Yes, I am.
All right. Okay. Well, if they all come in through that way, it's okay too. But as long as they're on, we are on the state of Alabama. We went to a voter guide for Alabama, which is my address, where it says "Show all races," and it's for Alabama auditor, Alabama governor, public service commissioner. There's 25 items on that list. I'm going to go back and give you guys some more information that is helpful for you. And I have shared this information to the NAB website. It's all there. In fact, you could have logged in through that website, but I don't know why nobody's using it. They're calling my number, but that's still good. All right, let's go back for just another minute. All right. Okay. 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 This voter guide here is for Alabama, Alaska, all states in the union. All right, the two callers. Okay, Michael, you in Washington D.C. or Washington? Where?
DC, Washington, DC.
All right. Last night I did Washington D.C. with the young lady that was on. All right, there are only 8 items on the Washington D.C. ballot. 8 items. 8 items on that ballot. I don't have a copy of it. I'm going to Washington, the state of Washington. All right. Okay, let me change that. I'm going to type in Washington, D.C. Change address. In fact, you can go on this. Okay, give me one of you guys' address. Michael, let me have your address.
Mine.
Is this email address?
No, this is your physical. Okay, what this is your physical address, including your zip code. That gives you your precinct where you're voting, and everybody that's on the ballot. It will kick out your sample ballot.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you mean there. Okay.
You put in your name, or you just put in your street address, whatever you want to put in to identify yourself, so that they can say, for instance, your name is Jane Doe, whatever your name is, and you put your zip code in. They're gonna kick out the sample ballot for that zip code. That's where you live.
Okay.
And that's all you have to put in. And Michael, everybody, y'all listen up. On the NAB website that's sent to you, Michael, which was supposed to be sent out to everybody on NAB board, evidently nobody's got it. All of this information is right there. All you have to do is click on it instead of me clicking on it here and relaying it to you. As I do it, you can be doing it at the same time. All you have to do is go to your state, go to your put in your zip code, put in your name, and there your sample ballot is.
Okay.
All right. What I would like to do, Michael, is that y'all already got the information.
Yes.
That we just got to share it.
Okay. No, not a problem.
All right. Let's give me an address there in Washington. I'm in D.C.
Oh.
I'm in. Yeah. Give me an address. Just give me your address.
Yeah. Let's see. You could put in, if you will, let's say 66 Morton Street,
All right.
Northwest.
Okay. 66 Morton
Street, Northwest.
Okay, Mortan. Spell it for me.
No, Morton. Morton.
Go ahead. Spell
Mortons.
Mortons. Mortons.
Street.
Okay, Morton Street. 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 Northwest.
Northwest. Yes.
Okay. Northwest. Northwest. Okay, that's it.
Yes.
I need to put DC in there too. I believe 66 North.
That will help.
Northwest North Washington. WASHING. Washington. Okay, here we go. Show my races. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Your guide has 10 races. Choose one to get started. For DC Attorney General, the DC delegates to the U.S. House of Representatives, DC at large, members of the council, DC United States Representative, DC Mayor, DC Chairman of the Council, DC Ward, one member of the State Board of Education, DC Ward, one member of the Council, DC ANC, JEOT Commissioner, DC Initiative 82, the District of Columbia Tip Credit Elimination Act of 2021. Which one you want to go to? You want to look at the Attorney General? Who's up for Attorney General?
Okay.
Okay, let's go to that one. There's one person running called Brian Schwab. He's a Democrat. He put out. Let's see the Schwab. Okay, he did biographical information. What are your ideas? Top with he as a road diesel landed. What damn? He didn't answer any of the questions. Let's see. Did he answer any of them? Biographical information. Let's see. Did he put it? Okay, he got his biographical information. Now here's another thing, guys. In the future, especially for Black people that have been in office or not, fill out this information, because a lot of our white brothers and sisters and a lot of our Black folks, if they don't know it, never heard of you, if they ain't got, you don't have nothing about yourself, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna go to they're gonna skip it. They're gonna go to somebody that they can read, they know something about.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
If you don't know nothing about a candidate, how?
Exactly.
So that happens here a lot in Alabama, where Black candidates have been in office 2 or 3 years, they don't put their information out there. Guess what? That hurts them. I don't care. You've been in office 100 years. You've been in office 2 years. Put your information out there so that people can look at it. That's how they make a decision. Okay, anyway, this is Brian Schwab. He's running for Attorney General. He's got a campaign website, Good Move. Campaign email address, Good Move. He's a Duke University and Harvard Law School graduate. He's got down his qualifications. He lived in Washington, D.C., and says D.C. deserves an Attorney General who will advocate for them, to fight for them. He's saying the right stuff, I can tell you that. For nearly 30 years, he's as a trial attorney, fighting for people and their clients, make me uniquely qualified. In other words, he's been in the courts for 20 years, 30 years. All right, he also got a Facebook page, and he's got a campaign hound called Brian for DC. All right. That's for the Attorney General. Let's go back and pick up another one from the DC delegate. The mayor has been on a lot of heat this past. Wait a minute. Let's see what they're saying. All right, here's who. Mayor Bowser. Boy, I bet she got some mad folks and some happy folks. But anyway, she's running.
Yeah, they're trying to really do something in that case. I know. She's getting a hard hit now.
Woo, she's been in hot water, ain't she?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we don't mean to be negative, but you know how the media been hitting her this year. They've been hitting her hard. But anyway, Patrick Christian, she's a write-in independent. Rodney Red Grant, he's an independent. Stacey R. Hall, she's a Republican. Rhonda Hamilton is a write-in independent. Dennis Sobin, he's a libertarian. And last but not least, Jeremiah D. Standback, he's a write-in independent. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candidates running for governor of D.C. I mean, mayor of D.C.
Right.
All right. All right, let's go back. Let's pick another one from D.C.
Okay.
Chairman of the council. Y'all guys know what that is. I don't. You got 4 people running for that position there in D.C. Chairman of the council. You got a write-in, which is John Cheeks, an independent. You got Hate Derange. He's a Republican. Nope, Nate Derange. I said hate, but it's Nate, N-A-T-E, Nate Derange. Phil Medicine, the Democrat, and Daryl L.C. Mock, M-O-C-H, S-T-G. That's a brother. I don't know what that S-T-G stands for. But that's who he is. That's let's see what he's got on his oh, guess what? He didn't fill out any information. Let's check him out. Okay. All right. His brother Dal C. Mock. He's got a campaign email address, which is dal4dc@gmail.com. His education is a BA and an MS and CE education degree, MFFD educational candidate. His qualification is that he's the chair of the D.C. Statehood Green Party. He's been battling for statehood. Y'all been battling for statehood for how many years now? You got an idea how long y'all been trying to get statehood?
A long time, long time.
Well, he's one of them that
we can forget it. I don't even know. I really believe that it's not possible, Yeah.
Well, so much stuff goes on there in Washington, D.C. It just got a load of stuff on it already. You got to fight through. You got to fight through all of the garbage that's going on in Washington to get to anything. So okay. How would you describe your management style? He answers that. What are the 3 top priorities and how you accomplish them? Let's take a look at those. His priorities. Number 1, ensuring that the council is working toward equitable, just, and advancement policies for all of D.C. That's one of the things. Reviewing policies and acts. See, all of this stuff, you can, before November 8th, you still got a chance. You can go in and look at it for yourself. You ain't got to wait for no flyer to be passed out. You ain't got to wait for no ad on TV. That's why this is so profound. And this is my first time this year realizing this information is all available. I don't know how has it been available in the past, but this is my first year seeing that this is available for anybody in the United States of America. There's no need for you to be dumb about anybody running for office. You can find out. You can find out. True. Yeah, you can find out anything that you want. Okay, let's go back and check another one for DC. What is the DC ANC 1EOT commissioner? You know what that is?
Not right offhand.
Okay. What about the DC Initiative 82, the District of Columbia Tip Credit Elimination Act?
Yeah, I know something about that, but very little. I can't right now. It's familiar, but I just can't call it right now. Forgive me.
Okay. DC Initiative. That's what this is all about. We're finding out now. DC Initiative 82, District of Columbia Tip Credit Elimination Act of 221. You got two people running for that position. You got for the measure. She says yes on the measure. That's and no against the measure. That's a choice that you got to take there.
So you got to actually know exactly what you're talking about. That's not helping us at all.
Okay, well,
you can imagine somebody at the poll like that.
Okay, well, here's the information that they need to make decision. It's just that I said yes or no. That's the same person, but that's just a choice. You go yes or no. But here's what the initiative is. Initiative 82, the District of Columbia Tip Credit Elimination Act of 2021. Under current laws, employers or employees classified as tip workers, I gather from just that as a person that works for tips, I don't know, maybe that may be wrong, may take a credit of a raise tip wages, yeah, that's what it is, received by workers to satisfy the minimum wage guarantee to all workers by law. If enacted, the initiative would gradually eliminate the credit such that the mandatory base wage currently is $5.05 per hour.
Okay, yeah.
Index for inflation paid by the employer shall increase until 2027, when the mandatory base wage matches the minimum wage established by District of Columbia law current, which is $15.20 per hour, indexed to inflation. Tips continually as property of employees and will be additional to the statutory minimum hour wage. So, DC Board of Election hips. All right, I can see why anybody would vote no against that. Yee, my goodness.
Yeah.
Because anybody working for tips, that's probably the only thing. Most people make more on tips than they do on salary.
Exactly, they do.
They get paid an hourly wage. They get that hourly wage, and they tips 9 times out of 10 goes way beyond what they make wages. I think that's good. Okay, let's see what another. Okay, it's in another. They got that in another language. Okay, it's that the same thing. That's what that is. It's for a person that works as like a waiter or something. Y'all know what that is. Waiter or whatever you're doing, you getting a salary that working. Say for instance, you working for who? Let's say Fish Fillet, whoever you working for, and Fish Fillet pays its employees a certain amount per hour, and they get tips. In other words, this law says that under current law, employers or employees classified as tipped workers may take credit against tip wages received by workers by satisfying them. In other words, that's an increase in their salary. They take
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense because they've been fighting that for a while too. That's been like a long time coming, as well as the $15 an hour.
Mm-hmm. So, if you don't mind saying, what are your status now? You are hourly worker? Are you self-employed? Where you?
I'm definitely self.
You self-employed? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So you don't worry about nobody tipping you. Well, if you do a good job, they'll tip you. Yeah. Okay. Let's go back and take a look at another one. This is all DC stuff. So when I don't know what that your address or somebody else's address that you knew, but anyway, if you live in the DC area, they added 1 since last night. Last night it was just 8. Well, they got 10 on here now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, that might have been the lady that gave her address for the one last night. That's probably based on her address. But anyway.
Oh, okay.
All right. Okay. Let's go back. We want to go back to let's go back one more. We want to go back to the one that gives you all of the states. All right, this is the one right here. All right, I'm going to go to NABS. I'm gonna go to NABS contact page, and I'm gonna put my name in. First, I'm gonna enter in the comments this particular link. All right.
Okay.
Michael, what's your name? The lady I'm talking to now.
Francis. Thank you.
Francis.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm going to put on the NAB contact page this link that pulls up every state in the union. And all the person has to do is click on their state. And when they state come up, where it says change address, you put in your address and it will bring up your sample ballot. Let me repeat that.
Okay, so you said you're gonna put it in there. You're gonna put it up. You're gonna put that address up to NAB.
I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna send this information to the National Association of Black Defenders in his contact in the NAB at lobbyist.com. That's Michael's email address. All it has to be done is shared to as many people as he want to share it with. Who has anybody that goes on the NAB? Well, it has to be disseminated from Michael. Whoever Michael got to send out information to all the people that they sent out, all they got to do is send it.
Okay.
I'm gonna type my name and address in here, and my email address. It is coming from me. I'm finna send it now, and the address. I'm gonna post this address also on my Facebook page. Let me go to my Facebook page. All right. I'm going to go to my Facebook page. All right. And on Facebook, all you got to be in is Freddie C. Howard or House C. You can go to any search engine, Google, whatever. I don't care what it is. You type in the hashtag HOWC, and you're gonna see a wealth of information about me and my radio station and what I do. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'm finna post this on my page, and I'm gonna tag Michael.
Okay.
I just tag Michael. Are you on Facebook?
Not at this moment. No.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I'm finna send it, and it's going to Michael's page. It's going to Freddie C. Howard's page, or Freddie Howard, and it's going to Michael McCorvey's page. It's posting now.
Okay.
And guess what? When you go on Facebook, you go to my page or either Michael page, and you can get that information and you can share it all over the world, because all it's going to bring up is every state in the union, and all that person needs to do is go to the state in which they reside in and type in their address, and their sample ballot is going to come up.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see.
And guess what? You can go to that sample ballot, fill it in online, and it would tell you that due to privacy, this is not a public ballot. This is a sample ballot. You can't do nothing else with it but download it and take it with you to the poll. It's not a real. You ain't really voting. You just filling out a sample ballot. It's gonna tell you that, because a lot of people think they're gonna, they all the tricksters and hooksters who think they can do something undercover. That website gonna tell you, no, you ain't gonna do that here. You gonna fill it out. You can download it. That's all you can do with it.
Okay. I like this though. Yeah. That's good. It's a voter's guide. That's what it's called.
Huh?
Thank you. It's called Voter's Guide.
Yeah, the Voter's Guide. And in fact, you can type in Voter's Guide 4111, and you can find it yourself right now on your computer.
Okay. This is. I'm looking right at it now. Thank you.
I see you looking at it now.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at it right now. That's what I was saying. Voter's Guide. That's very convenient.
Yeah. And this voter guide here is for the entire United States, every state in the union.
I see. Thank you.
From Alabama to Wyoming. This is how you do it. And guess what?
I like it. How is that?
We can do this all the way up until the morning of November 8th. Polls open at 7, and we can do it all day if we want to.
Okay.
Now, here's another thing for everybody that's on the call. In the United States, there has been over 16 million people voted already. That is historic. That has never happened in the history of voting in this country.
Okay.
16 million people done already voted.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I got you. Thank you. That's deep. That's real deep. That's like record breaking.
That's ground shaking.
So this is gonna be like a situation where we don't have to see the masquerade about somebody creating votes or doing extra things or
See, here's the thing about our white brothers and sisters, and some of our white black brothers and sisters, and other races too. They caught up on this garbage of folks lying to them. Now, if can you imagine if 10,000 people were doing what we doing tonight? How many people would go vote?
that's true.
Can you imagine how many people would go vote if they
If
do
they
just what we doing right now?
yeah, if they knew how simple it was, yeah.
You would have the untold numbers of people voting.
That's so true.
Let's go
So
to
true.
let's go to a state where that the media been hidden real bad. The state of Georgia. Herschel Walker. Let's go to Georgia. Now I don't know what district. All right, Walker. Let's see. Walker should be on the W. Charlie Walker. Herschel Walker. There it is, right there. You can go to Georgia, the state of Georgia. If you got kin folks in Georgia, do you have any kin folks in Georgia?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay, well that's all right too. How about you, Michael?
Oh yeah, a lot of them.
I got a bunch of them in there.
Yeah, especially down in Atlanta.
My sister, my brother's wife, and and in fact, 15 or 20 years ago, I had to go to Georgia because my brother's son got killed there in Georgia.
Mm.
Got shot down by a gang.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. So, but anyway, here's the information for Georgia, and they got there's so many people running in Georgia. They had to do it in alphabetical order. That's a lot of folks running for office.
Only time I went to Georgia is when they had the Jack the Rapper.
So, if you got any,
Long ago.
yeah, Stacey Abrams running against what's the man he running against? What his name?
No.
What that man he running against? Michael.
She's running against is this the not the governor, is it? Kemp.
For governor, running for governor. I don't know. I can't think of her.
Kemp, I believe. Kemp.
Yeah. But anyway, all that information is right there. Let's go back and look at another state. Let's see. Florida. Oh, that's the one. That's brother. What his name? Our white brother. What his name? He. DeSantis. He really think he gonna be. He really think he gonna be the next president.
I know, right? He don't need to run for anything.
Oh.
They need to just clip his wings right now.
Let's see, ABC. And let's go down to D, DeSantis. Man, this is awesome here, man. I'm just telling you, it's just. But anyway, it's all there, guys. It is absolutely
Good deal. Well, hey, Fred, I gotta go, and because I got another meeting coming on.
Well, anyway, yeah, that's good. We've been on now for almost it's almost 7:30. We're been an hour and a half. That's enough time on
Awesome. Thank you so much.
live. So
Thank you. I
please,
appreciate what Brother Freddie Howard does for the National Association of Black Defenders and his support that he gives us. We want everybody to get out and vote on November the 8th. And let's make it happen for our nation. Let's make it happen for what needs to happen in our country. We need your vote today. We need your vote. Make sure that you go to the polls November the 8th and cast your ballot. Thank you, Freddie.
all right, thank you, and thank y'all for joining us live. We've been on for an hour and 30 minutes, and we will do it again. Well, not tomorrow night. I got a live interview with some gospel artists. So I got to do some gospel artists tomorrow night. So, but tomorrow is what, Thursday? Friday. Okay, we'll do it again Friday, guys. Share this with your folks, Michael, especially the board, because I think this is the most important thing that we can be doing right now. All right.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank y'all, and we'll see y'all Friday night, 6 p.m.
Sounds good.
6 o'clock p.m. my time, and 7 o'clock Eastern time. All right, good night. God bless y'all. Take care. Take care now.
Thank you now.
Good night.
All right. I have free virtual girls chat here. I don't know what that is. That looks like that's XXX. I don't want to see none of that. All right. Okay. We've been on an hour and 2 minutes, and we thank y'all for joining us here for National Get Out to Vote. This event is taking place on Facebook as well as on we were live on House Production Gospel as well as Facebook. They said it was on to connect. That's all right. That's anyway. That's all good. Let's go ahead. Okay. Eliminate that. All right. We'll see y'all next time, Friday night, 6 p.m. God bless y'all. Take care now.